Hey everybody, it's Jeremy Osterberger. We're here at the Gulf Coast Industry Forum hosted by the Economic Alliance Houston Port Region. I'm here with Clint Winegar. He's Presiding Officer of the Houston Pilots. Clint, what's happening?
Best ship pilots in the country, so I want to put that in there. So just a pleasure to be here, and it's exciting to be a part of this event.
Hashtag confidence.
That's
I
it.
love it, Clint. So, Clint, I know one or two of your pilots. For folks that don't really understand what the Houston Pilots do, just give us a quick overview of your value to the region.
All right. Well, we're just excited to be a part of this economic engine. So that we move more ships in Houston than LA and New York combined. So we're on track to move 20,000 ships this year, about one every 20 minutes, and so. We're excited about the expansion going on and the bigger vessels coming.
Let's get into that. So Project 11 is underway. Give us an update on when will we start kind of seeing the benefits of this project of widening and deepening the Houston Ship Channel?
Earlier this year, they finished the first segment and then expanded our daylight restriction about halfway up the bay. So it gave everybody about an hour and a half of extra time to move for those larger vessels. We're expecting that to be completed up to Bayport Channel by the summer of next year, so we're expecting it could be as early as middle of next year to see the big container ships coming in here, 1,200 foot long.
And they'll come in from all over the world, Clint?
Yes, yeah. So with the supply chain issues on the West Coast, it makes it a lot more beneficial for them to come straight from Asia straight to us, and with this expansion, it's going to come right in time for that.
Clint, on stage there was some talk about the move really across the world for lowering emissions. That does affect the marine industry. Can you give us some insight into kind of where we are with the fuels that the ship channel pilots and pilots all over the world have to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, we're advocates for the waterway. We want to keep the channel safe, the environment safe. So we support reduction to emissions, but we want to do it in a smart way. There's a push right now just to make quick gains of derating engines, and we think that's a little scary. It's like derating an airplane, and it's cut back emissions on an airplane, so we'll just give you a half throttle to take off and land, and we just think that's a dangerous thing to do. Let's get the ship in and out safely. Let's make sure we have all of the available means of propulsion to make sure it maneuvers well. It can stop in the case of emergency. Let's just get it in and out safely, and then once it's crossing the oceans, then they could focus on reducing emissions there.
Yeah, gotcha. And so that's certainly a transition for some of the pilots too, and having to understand how they're operating their vessels and how that impacts them day to day.
That's correct. Yeah, there's already been a couple of close calls in Mississippi River, and we just want to make sure that we maintain the waterway, keep it open, no accidents, and keep our safety record.
And Clint, let's continue down that safety conversation a little bit, right? So, of course, we have to operate safely. That's our license to operate, no matter what industry you're in. What are some of the safety concerns or things that typically are a challenge, or things that you have to focus on, for being a Houston pilot?
I mean, the biggest safety risk for pilots is boarding a ship or getting off a ship offshore. We do it 24 hours a day, sometimes in the middle of the night, heavy weather. We don't like to shut down the channel for any reason, only when it's unsafe. But we're climbing down a rope ladder in most cases, 20, 30 feet sometimes, and there's some hazards to that, and we want to make sure that the equipment's good and safe.
And I guess final question, Clint, what can we expect from the Houston Pilots, or where do you see things, 3 to 5 years down the road?
All signs pointing good, continued growth. So we're excited about the new expansion of the project and getting those bigger ships coming up next year.
Exciting times happening here in the Ship Channel and for the pilots as well. So thank you so much, Clint, for joining us today on BIC Magazine and here at the Gulf Coast Industry Forum.
Thanks for having me, Jeremy. Appreciate it.